Hello, welcome in to Resha Da Writta Evening Sips and Tales. Welcome in, welcome in my YouTube, my TikTok. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I know I look different. I usually like relaxed in my sleepwear, but I was actually went out somewhere, so I got my makeup and face on, jewelry on, clothes on. So we still gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I still got my wine. I'm just, I didn't get a chance to dress down. So welcome. Welcome. Hello, welcome everybody. Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome. TikTokers, YouTubers. Like I said, everybody welcome. Like I said, I'm made up today. I went out to my usual hangout. I haven't been in a while, so I went to skate ring. Of course, I can't skate, but I did listen to some music. So anyway, but welcome everybody. Welcome. If you enjoyed my live, please give me some love. If you enjoyed my live, leave me some love. Um, Welcome everybody on YouTube. I'm so happy that it's finally working. Woo! Finally, right? Finally. Hey, Lejeune, Montez, Monica Love. Hello. Welcome. We're gonna get started in a minute. I just got on a little early to make sure people can hear me on both streams. On my what's the name here? What's the thing? TikTok, and also on my YouTube. Yeah. So yeah. So I will welcome you guys to Evening Sips and Tales with me, Risha the Writer. I am in a better mood. Um, I don't know if some of you guys have seen my last post. I had kind of like a little breakdown, but just it's just life. You know what I'm saying? I'm still everybody knows I'm still struggling with my baby's death. Oh, I hate saying the word. My baby's that passed away. So I'm still dealing with that. And my other son gone right now for a little while. So in my feelings, but I want to thank everyone that gave me words of encouragement on that post. I really appreciate it. And I know family, some people like felt kind of hurt because I didn't come and talk to them. I do apologize. But I just at the moment it was a spur of the moment. I just wanted to go live and just speak my truth. And yeah. But I love everybody, all my friends, family, my new friends, followers, everybody. Thank you for supporting me and at least listening to me. Um, we're gonna start with I didn't get a chance to write, as y'all know. I was in my in that place. So what I did, I actually found something that's still part of this Marcus and Shayla saga. Everybody seems to love that, so I'm gonna read a little bit on that. It's something that I actually written down or typed up, so I'm gonna be reading from a paper. So yeah, I know y'all like what? Yeah. So I'm gonna be reading from a paper about the Marcus and Shayla saga. If you have not been tuning in, I'm gonna catch you up really quick. Um, this is about this young lady and this young guy. They can never seem to get together because circumstances, whatever. So we had talked about how she was in a relationship with his best friend. It didn't work out. Um, her and him had relations, and now she's pregos, of course we know. But this is just like a little something of when she came when she's home again. Like I said, it's this kind of bits and pieces. Like I said, I'm giving y'all bits and pieces. I'm not giving you the whole rundown. I mean, like the full story, like I will soon on YouTube, and I actually gonna have a store for you guys to buy my books. But um, yeah, it's just some part of something. I'm just gonna read. I'm not gonna read all of it. Just gonna read a little bit tonight. Like I said, I am still, feeling, that type of way. So I'm not gonna stay on too long, but I'm gonna stay on long enough for you guys just to get a little something. Okay. I hope y'all guys got your wines, your beers, you know what I'm saying? Your brandy, your vodka, gin, whatever your drink is. I don't care if it's water, Kool-Aid, sweet tea, whatever you like to drink. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys got it. And like I said, welcome to Risha, the writer, which is me, to Evening Tales, Sips and Tales. Give you a little snippet of Marcus and Shayla, that saga tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome in TikTok. Thank you. Welcome, YouTubers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna start in just a few moments, you guys. If y'all can bear me just a few moments. I do not own the rights to this music. As you guys know, I do play my son music. He was an inspiring rap artist, and he wasn't, of course, wasn't able to live out his dream like he wanted. But I do play him before I read. I have to play him before I read, and I said that. I'll say it again. I know your guys probably trying to hear it. I don't know if you heard it anyway, but yeah, I have to play him before I read because he is my inspiration. Um, yeah, he's my inspiration, and this is actually his favorite story. So he loved this story. He said he didn't like how Marcus act. He called Marcus a punk. So, but yeah, this is my youngest favorite story. So I just like to listen to him before I read, almost like a comfort, you know, for me, just to have him. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's get started. Okay, long live KG. Long live KG. I love you so much, Andrew. I miss you so, so, so much. I miss you so much. I don't want to say too much because I'll get emotional, start crying, and anybody like, oh my gosh, she's gonna cry. But anyways, all right. So let's get started. Let me put the music on pause tonight. Let's see where I got it. Let's see. All right. Okay. So let me bring that down a little bit. Okay. Turn that light on. Oh, that light ain't no good. They don't do nothing. Okay. Here we go. Like I said, I won't be able to add anybody as a guest on TikTok, you guys. I do apologize as I can't talk to y'all and read at the same time. So not trying to be rude, I just can't do both at the same time. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Shayla woke up all sweaty, heated, and horny. She was dreaming of Marcus big time. She never forgot the night that they had together. It was passionate and sensual. She looked at the clock and noticed it was after 9 a.m. She knew she had to wake up Marcus because he would be late for work. She first went in to check on Junior, but he wasn't in his crib, so she knew where he had to be. Yep, just like she thought. There he was lying there on his dad's chest, both of them passed out on the couch. They looked so peaceful. Shayla loved them both so much, and she was glad that Marcus wanted to be part of Junior's life. She picked up Junior off of Marcus and then nudged Marcus to tell him that it's time for him to get up. He woke up slowly and saw Shayla holding Junior in her arms. He thought to himself, she is so beautiful holding my son. Damn, I wish I would have been with her from the start. He smiled. She said, Marcus, it's after 9. Do you have to go to work this morning? He thought about it for a minute and replied, oh no, I go in later around 1 or 2. I just thought I asked because you weren't up yet. Thanks anyway, though. Shayla walked to the back room to put Junior back to sleep in his crib. Marcus followed behind her. He is one handsome baby. Yep, just like his daddy. Marcus smiled. Are you going to the hospital today? Asked Shayla. Marcus didn't respond. I know you heard me, boy. You need to go see your wife. She needs you right now. I don't know. I will think about it. Marcus. Marcus, Gabby loves you. I'm sure she's all broken up from what she did, but you have to be there for her. Why all of a sudden you on her side? You and Gabby were always at each other's throats. I know, but something like this is much more serious than our petty fights. And it's the right thing to do for now. So you're going to see her now? His response was interrupted by his cell phone. He answered it. Hello? Hey, babe, it's me, Gabby. Yeah, hey, he said as he walked back into the living room to get a little privacy. Shayla understood, so she started cleaning up the baby's room. I was wondering if you were coming to see me today. I know you're still angry with me, but Marcus interrupted. If you're going to talk, I'd rather do it in person. Okay, that's fine. I really miss you, said Gabby. Marcus was silent. He had mixed feelings about her right now, and he didn't feel like being lovey dovey, as they say, with her right now. I'm actually going to be on my way right now. I just wanted to say goodbye to my son, and I will be there after that. So you at Shayla's house? Gabby, please don't start. I have a right to see my son. I know, you're right. I don't want to cause any more friction between us. Thank you. Okay, so I will see you soon, right? I said I was coming. Look, Gabby, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled. It's just that she interrupted him and said, I know what has happened is a lot for you to grasp and soak in, and I don't want to pressure you. You can come see me when you're ready. I got at least a week here. Okay, I will talk to you. I love you, Marcus. He just hung up. Shayla was in the kitchen making coffee and decided on whether she wanted to make pancakes or grits for breakfast. Marcus had come into the kitchen in there with no words spoken, just a moment of silence. You think I should go? He asked. Yeah, I really think you should. Like I've said before, she's your wife and you made a commitment to her. And knowing the kind of man you are, you're going to see her. Yeah, I know all of that. I will go see her, but I don't know if I could forgive her, you know? Shayla just nodded her head yes and just let Marcus vent out all his frustration and a swirl of emotions. She had an abortion, Shay. I know, Shayla chimed in. That hurt me to my heart. She didn't even talk to me about it. She was only thinking of herself, and that shit pissed me off. She knows how I feel about family, and she goes and do some fucked up shit like this. And then on top of that, she loses this one. But this one is not her fault, Mark. I know. You should be telling her this, not me. She needs to know how you feel about everything and how you're going to make it better. Shayla couldn't believe what she was saying. This was her chance to get her man. His marriage is hanging in the balance, and all she would have to do is say the word, and she could have him. But she didn't want him that way. She wanted him to want her without any drama of being reason they get together. Of course, y'all know this is the same old, same old. If you've been following, it's always one thing, you know. Remember, she was with Kelvin, and he was saying they should leave her, and then she said no, you know, and he gave good advice for that. So, you know, this is a back and forth kind of thing. Anyways, yeah, I know, but I don't think seeing her now would fix things. It's not going to happen overnight, boo, but it would take time. But the first thing you need to do is forgive her, and then y'all can move on. I don't forgive her. If you don't forgive her, it's going to be harder on the relationship. So go see her, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I was thinking I could come back and hang with y'all. She wanted so bad to say yes to him, but she knew that that was the right thing to do. No, go be with your wife and handle your business. Junior will always be here. Go get your house in order first, babe. Damn, you're a good woman. I should have stepped up to the plate. I just, it just wasn't meant for us to be. You found the woman of your dreams. Now go tell her that. It took a lot for Marcus to go to the hospital. The pep talk that Shayla gave him had worked a little. He couldn't believe that Shayla would encourage him to go see Gabby. He knew how she didn't like Gabby, but Shayla never made that move or said anything that she wanted to be with him. He knew that she put her feelings aside and did what was right. He made it to the hospital and went into the registration desk. Sorry, y'all. The lady at the desk told him what floor and room she was in. He made his way to the elevator and went up to the floor. He arrived on the floor and stepped out of the elevator. The walls were pink and there was a sign labeled labor and delivery. He saw his father in law in the waiting room. He swallowed hard. He just knew that his dad would be a little upset with Marcus wasn't there when Gabby arrived at the hospital. Hello there, son. Glad to see you. Marcus was stunned that that was not the welcome he was looking for. Yes, sir. Good to see you. They embraced in a manly hug. We didn't think you were coming, knowing the circumstances and all. Yes, sir, I was. Well, I don't want to keep you. Gabby is in room 305 around the corner. Yes, sir, thanks. Marcus started around the corner and began to get angry and nervous all at the same time. When he got to the door, he took a deep breath and then opened the door. Hi, Marcus. Glad you came, Miss Henderson said. Yes, ma'am. He smiled slightly. She gave him a hug, damn near squeezed him to death. Well, I'm going to leave you two alone to talk. Thanks, Mom, said Gabby. Hey, babe, said Gabby with a big smile on her face. She was trying to catch his glance, but was unsuccessful. He just sat down on the chair next to the bed, not giving her a kiss or a hug or any kind of sign of affection. He was pissed, and he was seeing red right now and was not in the mood to give her any kind of affection that she wanted, not just yet. There was a brief look of disappointment on Gabby's face. She knew she shouldn't expect too much from him now anyway. Marcus, can I just, before she could finish, he said, no, let me go first, okay? You, you, excuse me, you and I both knew that we were getting into when we got married. I was the doctor with one in the family, and you were the fast paced entrepreneur. We both came to an agreement that we would wait until you had a promotion or whatever, and I was cool with that. But you got pregnant before that time, and you took it upon yourself to terminate the pregnancy without even consulting me. I know that's your body, and you have a right to do whatever you want to do with it, but you're not alone in this relationship. And you acted as if you were single, and I was just some fling or some shit. Marcus, I know I acted poorly on the decision that I made. And that time I was thinking of myself and getting the promotion was on my only focus at the time. And I wanted it without any interruptions. So the pregnancy really threw me for a loop. And I wasn't ready to be a mom. And I was wrong for not coming to you. But to me, coming to you about it. And I'm sorry. I wish I could take it back, but I can't. Why didn't you want to tell me? You still didn't answer me that. Because you and I both knew if you knew I was pregnant, excuse me, you would want me to have it, but I wouldn't be ready. Okay, so now I'm supposed to forgive you and move on? I was hoping you would. I mean, that's why I stopped taking the birth control pills so I could make it up to you by having a baby again. You were on birth control pills? Yeah, I was going to tell you, but after the first baby, I didn't want to get pregnant, so I got team on birth control. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, you know that you're amazing. You're something else keeping that from me. And why all of a sudden you want a family? There's there's nothing else. I honestly was jealous that Shayla had your baby and you would spend all your time over to her house and I would hardly ever see you. And I figured that if I would become pregnant, then the tables would turn and they did for a minute. But as you can see, I couldn't hold the baby. You know what, Gabby? That's some childish shit. This ain't no soap opera. This is real life. My life, our life. We're talking about here, and you're playing games with Shayla. Marcus, don't sit there and tell me that you weren't starting to feel closer to Shayla and her baby. If I hadn't done anything drastic, you probably would have left me to be with her. You know what? I will admit that I felt a little closeness to her, but only because she is still my friend and that she has my son. I wasn't going to leave you for her. I married you, remember? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, but I feel like this is my fault for having a miscarriage. It's not your fault. And I'm not blaming you for this. This kind of thing happens all the time. I'm just feeling all kinds of emotions right now, and I don't know if, excuse me, if we're gonna have that same trust back in a relationship. We can't keep secrets from each other again. I know, baby, I promise to tell whatever's on my mind and whatever's going on in my life. Just please forgive me for this. Gabby started crying, and Marcus had tears well up in his eyes. All right. Yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. All right. So, what y'all think? That was just a little bit of something that like I said, I have typed up. What y'all thought about it? We love it. We don't like it. It's good. We think about it. What y'all think about that? Um, like I said, that's just something that I did write. Um, I typed up, and yeah. All right. I think I might read um a little something else. What y'all think? Are y'all wanting to hear something else? Oh, thank you, T. I know I'm cute. Thank you, boo. I see that I'm late, but thank you. I know I'm cute. Thanks, boo. So, what you guys think? Do I need to read some more? Are we good for tonight? Thank you, everybody, for joining me on TikTok. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Like I said, I'm so excited that YouTube is working. Yes. Woo. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna let's see. Only been on for 17 minutes. Whew. I guess I can call it a night then. I guess I said I'm not gonna be on here long anyway. But yeah. All right. I guess I'm done for the night. And I know it's short. It's not long like the other times, but it is what it is. I do want to talk a little bit. If that's okay with you guys. Um, like I said, I am writing 4 stories. I am going to have those books ready for you guys to purchase really, really soon. Um, yeah, just saying this has actually been a long journey for me. I've been writing since I was young. I actually got some stories here that I'm gonna write too. I'm gonna write everything that I ever written since I was in middle school. I'm actually, of course, I'm going to change up the the wording and stuff. But yeah, I've been writing since I was in middle school. I have a story. I remember in middle school I wrote about a young girl raising her her brothers and sisters because her parents had died. And um yeah, I wrote that actually in middle school. Can you believe that, y'all? In middle school I actually wrote that. And what it is that, you guys, I am so blessed to have this um what you call this thing, to have this creative skill. This is a blessing because I actually, the way I write, I actually dream up my stories. I can actually dream up my stories, and that's how I write them. And I think it's so cool because let's say if I dreamed up half of the story and I said, "Oh, I want to continue that story," I could actually train my mind so when I go to sleep, I would actually start where I left off and finish the story. So I love that. That's why I love writing because it is so awesome. And most of my stuff come from 80s and 90s stuff. And I listen to a lot of music. My dad was a DJ, and we was listening to all kind of music, all types of music. And my mom listened to her music, he listened to his music, and those music that I listen to is it's all about love. So even though you see drama in here, but I like to have where a relationship may end up well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody together. They have them married with a picket fence and all that stuff. That's just something I love. And like I said, I was telling my friend, I I can't wait to find my 90s love because I know he's out there somewhere. But yeah, I'm just a hopeless romantic and I love writing about stuff about love, drama. I mean, even though my stuff is a little coarse sometimes, but that's just how I write. And and like I said, I'm so happy and so overjoyed that you guys are enjoying this, especially you guys on YouTube. You guys, I got 1,019 subscribers. I am so excited. Thank you for YouTube, you guys. Thank you for um, staying with me and listening to my snippets. And I know once the I start reading the entire stories, it's gonna blow up. And same thing, you guys, for TikTok. I got close to 300 on here, and I love everybody for listening, joining in, even if it's not on live. You guys do come back to my page and listen to what I had posted. So thank y'all so much. Um, like I said, I'm just I'm excited and I'm just hoping that I know I ain't gonna say I'm hoping. I know this is gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? I know this is gonna work out because there's none of this is what I'm supposed to do. Like I said, I've been writing since I was in middle school. And it's just something that I wanted to do. And I have been encouraged by 80s and 90s music, especially 90s music. You know, the love, the way we loved in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? The way we it's just, and I can't explain. It's just if you know that you my age, I'm 50. So if you in your 50s above or a little bit below, and know a little bit about the 90s, y'all know that 90s music was like it was just about love. Of course, it's about doing other stuff, freaking and everything too. But it was like the man opened the door for the woman. You know what I'm saying? He didn't mind paying for the meal. He didn't mind taking care of you. He didn't mind you being home being a homemaker, if you wanted to. It's just you knew that you had this you knew that you had this protector at home that's taking care of you and then that's doing all this stuff and you can just chill and relax. And like I say, is there still some people, still some men out here that still believe in chivalry and all that stuff. And there's just that's just cool. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. I gotta cut the fan on. You see the minnow is pausing. Give me a second. Yeah, like I was saying, chivalry is not dead. I know there's some guys out there that still believe in that, and I can't wait to find mine. Um, I have a friend that she has just started dating a guy that actually does that, like open the door for her and make plans for her date. You know what I'm saying? Even something went wrong, he knew what to do. You know what I'm saying? And where to go, where to take her. And she was actually crying, you guys. She was crying because she never had a guy that would take care of her like that. To do nice stuff for her and you know, and that's what I told her. I said, those dudes are out there. And she said, I just love it. I never had a guy treat me this way or, what I'm saying, pull the chair out for me, open the door for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff that she did. I just thought it was cool. So that's what I say. When I think about the 90s, the 90s love and the 80s love. The way they made music and made you want to be in love. And you guys and I used to look at the videos, love the videos back in the days in the 90s and 80s. Me and my sister would watch videos all the time. I think I watched a little bit more than she did, but I was mostly watching all the slow jams because I love slow music. Because you see the woman on the beach, she's running, and the man is running behind her, and he's holding her, and they hugging each other under the moonlight and they're kissing and it's just stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I love to write about something like that. And I have, and I've been writing about, you know, love and romance and even though I like to say I know it's not dead, but it's just very few dudes out there um that do that. So it's hard. But anyways, enough about me. Like I said, I have read what I have read today. I know it's kind of short. I do apologize. I'm gonna write a little bit more. Hopefully this week, And I'll let you guys know when I get back on. I appreciate everybody being on here and TikTok. Thank y'all. And my followers here on YouTube, finally. Um, Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.